Okay, let's talk about something called relationship labor. You know, all that invisible work that goes into keeping a relationship afloat. But for some women, it's way more than just planning date nights. It becomes a full-time job. And that's where we meet the builder sisters, two types of women who turn their partners into, well, projects.
So I've got a question for you, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. Is your relationship a project? Are you a partner, or have you somehow become a project manager, a life coach, and a therapist all rolled into one? It's a tough question, but it's the one we're digging into today.
And that brings us to our main characters, the Builder Sisters. Now, they represent two different ways of doing the same thing, trying to build a better man. It's this pattern that so many people fall into, you know? This idea that if you can just fix someone, you'll prove your own value. And on the surface, these two sisters look really different. But as you're about to see, they pretty much end up in the exact same spot.
All right, first up, let's meet the big sister, Barbara. She's the more extreme of the two, the one who just goes all in. She's not just a partner, she's practically wearing a hard hat in her own relationship, a full-time construction worker.
So who is Barbara? Well, she's the woman who dates potential, not a person. She sees a guy who's a total fixer-upper and thinks, oh, I can work with that. She walks into a new relationship ready to tear down the walls, rewire the whole system, and basically rebuild him from the ground up.
And this really gets to the heart of how Barbara operates. She literally seeks out guys who are unfinished construction sites. And she's not just helping out here and there, she's funding the project. She's doing all the heavy lifting. We're talking emotional, financial, and physical labor, all because she truly believes she can turn this fixer-upper into a palace.
This just screams Barbara, doesn't it? It's not just a request for love, it's a sales pitch. Pick me, and I will provide a full life renovation service. It's this desperate hope that by fixing him, she'll finally secure her own spot in the finished product.
Okay, so that's Barbara, the one with the sledgehammer. Now let's meet her little sister, Bettina. And her whole approach is way more subtle, which is exactly what makes her so dangerous. She's not a construction worker. She's more like a light maintenance technician.
You see, Bettina thinks she's smarter than Barbara. She wouldn't dream of taking on a total tear-down project. No, she just does a few touch-ups. But here's the problem. Those little touch-ups turn into a daily maintenance checklist. And that daily maintenance slowly but surely turns into a kind of mothering.
Just look at Bettina's toolkit. It's all about polishing, not rebuilding. She goes for guys who seem like they've got their act together, but, just need a little push. So she becomes his human Siri, his motivational app, his calendar, and, this is a big one, his emotional stabilizer. It's just this constant, low-level stream of labor. And this quote right here gets to Bettina's fatal flaw. It's not delusion like her sister, it's overconfidence. She really believes that she is the secret sauce, the one thing he's missing to unlock his true potential. And let's be real, it's an intoxicating idea, right? To feel like you're the key to someone else's success. It can feel like the ultimate validation. So we have the builder and we have the maintainer. Let's really break down the crucial difference between them, because getting this is the key to understanding the whole dynamic.
I mean, at its core, it really is this simple. Barbara takes a guy from zero and builds him into something. Bettina takes a guy who's already at, say, a 70, and she keeps him running smoothly. One is a massive construction project, the other is just constant daily upkeep.
This table lays it all out so clearly. You've got Barbara's method, total reconstruction, which is driven by this delusional belief that she can save him. Her pick-me energy is, off the charts. Then you have Bettina, daily upkeep, driven by this overconfident belief that she can elevate him. The pick-me energy is quieter, but it is definitely still there. To really get what Bettina does, just look at her daily to-do list. It's this relentless cycle. She wakes him up, she reminds him of what he's supposed to do that day, she makes his appointments, she gives him a pep talk when he feels lazy, and she calms him down when he's stressed. Each one of these things seems small, but when you add it all up, it is a full-time, unpaid job. And here is the real kicker with Bettina. She's not building him, not like her sister. Instead, she becomes his external battery pack. She's the one who recharges him, who carries his motivation for him, who organizes his chaos. She is literally the energy source that keeps him going. So, look, Whether you're a Barbara or a Bettina, there is this shared and honestly heartbreaking consequence. All that work, all that investment, it almost never pays off for them. And that's the question that just haunts both of these sisters. After all that labor, all that time, all that energy, why doesn't he change with you? Why doesn't the project ever get finished? Well, the simple, tough answer is because he doesn't have to. When you're his planner, his confidence, his stabilizer, and his common sense, you're always paving the road for him. You're smoothing out all the bumps. He never actually learns how to navigate a challenge by himself because you're always there to be his shock absorber.
And this is the gut punch. The harsh reality is that all of that construction and all of that maintenance, it usually ends up benefiting someone else. When the builder or the maintainer finally gets exhausted and leaves, the man, now upgraded, self-sufficient, and ready, moves on, and another woman gets to enjoy the finished product that you worked so hard on. Okay, that was heavy, I know. But seeing the problem is the absolute first step to fixing it. So let's totally shift gears here and talk about how to retire your tools. This is a toolkit for anyone who's listening and sees a little too much of themselves in Barbara or Bettina. It's the million-dollar question, right? You see the pattern, you feel the burnout, but how do you actually stop doing it? It's become a habit, it's become the whole dynamic of the relationship.
Let's start with what to stop doing right now. First, stop confusing a guy's potential with his present-day reality. Stop trying to manage someone who hasn't asked for a manager. And please remember this last one, it's so important. There is a huge difference between being a supportive partner and providing a free 24/7 life management service. Support is not service.
And on the flip side, here's what to do. The goal is to shift your entire mindset from finding a project to finding a partner. That means you start choosing consistency over excuses. You watch what he does, not just what he promises he'll do. And ultimately, it's about dating men who already have their own engine, men with self-generated motivation, basically men who come fully assembled.
So let's end with this. Whether you're doing a full demolition like Barbara or just the daily polishing like Bettina, the result is so often the same exhausting burnout. It's time to put down the emotional hard hat, retire the spiritual toolkit. Because at the end of the day,